Okay, so I'm going to start the meeting and call it to order. And I'm going to kind of take Barry's place for the time being. So first of all, thank you, everybody. This is our new normal. We'll try to get through this as quickly and as painlessly as we can. So our first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of March 12th. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Are there any changes or additions or corrections? If not, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, they pass. All right. Next, we have an project update from PDS. So Jeff, if you can unmute yourself and you can give us an update on the project.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
So a lot has happened here since our last meeting in March, specifically dealing with our COVID-19 crisis and how it's kind of affected everything we do. Per the governor's executive order, PDS issued a protocol of dealing with the health and wellness of the job site and how we interact with people and clients and our subcontractors. So we'd issued and sent out to the subs, and we had sent out to the owner our policy of how we're going to operate our job sites and steps we're taking to limit the spread and interaction of people and social distancing. In general, being out here on the job site, we have a health screening form that every contractor, before entering the job site, they sign in its trailer. It's 3 or 4 questions. We ask about, have they been sick, a cough, have they been exposed to anybody who has had the virus? Have they traveled to one of the designated countries? And if they answer yes to any of these questions, they're not allowed onto the job site. So far, in here, subcontractor participation has been good. Haven't had any issues today working on site. There was our framing contractor who had some employees that were, a little hesitant about coming on a big job site and working. We formulated a plan that if we would allow him to work second shift by himself, would that be acceptable? They reviewed it, they agreed. So, starting on Monday night, we have a framing contractor that works second shift. And PDS kind of splits the job between me and our superintendent. So somebody's here during the day and somebody's here. Second thing on that standpoint, nothing that has totally affected anything right yet, but constantly being monitored. We do have a couple of contractors from the state of Massachusetts. And if you weren't familiar with this, the mayor of Boston has closed construction down. He did that a couple of weeks ago. And then last Friday, the union carpenters had taken a vote and decided that they were no longer going to be going on to job sites. So that has shut down quite a few job sites in Massachusetts and even in Connecticut where maybe they were working. We're monitoring this. We do have one of the contractors who is our HVAC ductwork guy that has had an impact on him on fabrication. There's been some layoffs there. So we're monitoring that, and maybe we could be seeing some delivery slippages, but we're monitoring, see what happens, and what we can do to take appropriate action after that. So that's kind of the update on there. In the job site from the last time, so we've put rooftop equipment on the roof. We have installed our new curbs for fans, etc., up in place, located them. We are completing demolition, just finishing up new openings into CMU walls for doors, etc., probably another 3 or 4 days, and all that work will be complete. As I stated earlier, we started framing, which we are probably about 80% of the metal framing inside the admin area is complete. Our sprinkler roughing inside the admin area is complete. Electrical roughing and walls will be starting on Monday. Plumbing roughing continues for toilets, sinks, etc. Overhead piping is probably 60% in place there. Our hydronic piping is, the mains are completely run. And then next week we'll start the process of starting, branch lines after ductwork starts and mounting of VAVs, etc. Over into the old maintenance area, demoing that spot is complete. Electrician has done all the major roughing. They started hanging light fixtures. We did have a little modification of ductwork that were resolved because we had some conflicts with the existing support cranes that they use in lifting material and engines inside the space. We made those corrections. That material has been delivered, and we're going to start reinstallation of that on Monday. In the facilities work area, there's a partial wall that needed to get demoed with structural steel involved. The shoring was installed. We have demoed the wall, cut the concrete for some footings. A little unforeseen condition there that we're working out with Weston and Sampson of how to address. But we move forward in that area. The existing lubrication oil system is completed. They started roughing in for the new today. We've completed all of the sprinkler piping in the vehicle storage area. They were working on pumping up the bladder tank in our mechanical room, and they're scheduling a pressure test for Monday or Tuesday so we can get the fire marshal to sign off on that and then make the vehicle storage sprinkler system active. We've finished our structural reinforcing inside the vehicle storage area last week. We have gutted the last remains of the old electrical system in there, installed the new panel, and just a few more connections in there of lighting fixtures and some miscellaneous things, and we'll be complete. What's left in there is a little bit of HVAC work because we have some wall-mounted exhaust fans that need to get installed and some dampers, and they go on the north and south sides of the buildings, and then we can complete the disconnection of the exhaust fans inside that space. We did make some demolition where we have connections from the new admin into the old admin space, so those exterior walls where we have doors or a corridor, they have been completed. We'll finish the work, and then right at the last end, we will knock that sheetrock out and complete the connections. Until we're really close to the end, building department has previously said we need to maintain that, separation between occupied and construction spaces. Structural steel has been erected in the receiving area. It's completed, duct on top. On Monday, we'll be starting the light gauge framing of that on the outside, followed by the sheathing. And we'll move into getting the mason back and to install that masonry veneer, install windows, and kind of complete that outside of the building. We're hoping cooperation with weather here that we'll be restarting site work in a couple of weeks so we can continue the grading and finishing off our little bit of underground that is remaining on the outside over there. Some conduits to run and finish. Then we can get going to prepping concrete pads and other miscellaneous stuff out there, clean up the outside. And hopefully by the beginning of May, the conditions will be good so planting can resume by the buildings and grounds of the remaining plantings that need left to go in. So schedule-wise, we produced a schedule after we had gotten moved out of the old, everything was turned over on the old admin space and maintenance space. We produced that schedule for a first week of June completion. seems that we're going forward. Framing seems to be in line of what we're going to finish. We'll be starting roughing seems to be in line. But again, the world's kind of changing here a little bit. We monitor, and hopefully we can avoid any issues with deliveries or manpower problems, everything associated with this COVID-19 issue we have going on. So that's kind of where we are. Questions?
Anybody have any questions for Jeff?
No, just keep plugging, Jeff. Just keep going along.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, then Jeff, the next thing we have are the change events.
Yeah.
Does everybody want me to pull the change events up on my screen? I can do that for you if you want.
That's okay. They don't have these, do they, Nancy, except what was sent to them?
That's correct.
So maybe if you want to pull it up and I can just talk.
Yep. Figure out how to do this.
Are you going the lowest number first, Nancy, or?
Yes. Where'd it go? It was here a minute ago. Okay, so the first one is number 20, change event number 26 for the column base plate conflict. It's for $9,426.
Nancy, it's not up on the screen. Did you know that?
Yeah, not on my screen either.
Okay, hold on.
Georgia?
Got it?
No,
Got
not
it.
the other screen.
Is it
We were getting
there?
an email that there was said OneDrive is not
Yeah, it's not connected or something.
connected or something. Yeah. It went away. Now we're back to the other screen that we had before.
You see it now?
Yes,
Ah, there we go.
Okay,
So change event 26 deals with a column base plate conflict. Over in the admin area, we had an issue with the column lines. We had a set of columns that was going down next to the existing building.
Speak up, Jeff.
Okay, is this better?
yes.
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 So in the admin addition, there was a set of structural steel columns next to the existing admin wall. And the column was fine, but the base plates were extending into the existing building. So we had to adjust the column piers out a little bit and then take the base plates off the structural steel columns and offset them. So the column would fit, the column remained in the correct location and the base plate was offset so it wasn't inside the building. So this affected the concrete guy and the structural steel guy, and it affected about 7 locations.
All right, can I have a motion to approve change event number 26?
So move.
Second.
Who was the second? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Powell.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the next one is, figure out how to do this. Okay, the next one is change event number 64. This is for repiping the existing roof drain and the gear storage, and it's for $1,842.
So
Okay.
after completing all of the demolition in the admin space, taking down ceiling walls, etc., we started the process of installing reinforcing steel, the existing admin structure. This was required for snow loading that was going to happen, and now because we had a structure that was higher next to the old roof, And going to put that in, there was an existing roof drain that was conflicting with the installation of the reinforcing steel. So the drain had to be cut, lowered, and reinstalled at a different elevation so the structural steel could be at its correct location.
Can I have a motion to
Unforeseen
approve?
condition.
I'm sorry. Can I have a motion to approve change event 64?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The next one we have is change event number 65, and it's for the removal of unforeseen miscellaneous metals in the admin ceiling, and is for $1,331.
Yeah, so again, this one deals with, after pulling the ceiling and walls and everything down and doing our layout, there were some miscellaneous metals attached to the bottom side of bar joist and steel hanging down. So at one time must have been some equipment or other things fastened and attached to it. Because of the height involved in lowering in the bar joist substantially lower in this area, this existing steel conflicted with pipe and ductwork runs, so it needed to be removed and taken down. So this deals with cutting that steel out and disposing of it.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve change event 65?
So moved.
Make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the next one is change event number 67. Get to that. This is for the connect the water feed to the parts washer for $1,031.
Yeah, so on the equipment drawings, it has a layout of where transfer of equipment goes. In the original design, this CUDA parts washer was not in the original layout. So when it was placed in its location, we did fortunately have a power outlet in that spot so it could be plugged in, but the washer did need to be connected with water. There was not a water line in that area, so we needed to connect onto the water main, bring it over and connect it to the washer.
May I have a motion to approve change event 67?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Next, we have a project update from Weston and Sampson.
Yes, it just unmuted. So we haven't been to the job site since the kind of the travel restrictions were put in place in Massachusetts. It's been about 4 weeks almost now. Hope to get up there soon. Hopefully, there, we'll have a little bit of relief coming up, but I don't see that happening for probably another month or so. What we have been doing is answering, as Jeff and PDS has moved into the next phase of construction and uncovered kind of some existing conditions. We've been answering RFIs as they've been coming in, and trying to expedite those to keep the work moving. And that's about what we've been doing for the last few weeks, attending the weekly job meetings, which are over Skype now. Any questions?
All right. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have a project update from STV. So Rick, you're up.
Yep. So as John mentioned, we're doing all our weekly calls via call-in, where there's a few people on site. I have been going up the site. I was up there this morning, trying to go kind of on off hours, just kind of walking the site, taking some pictures, making sure that what we're saying is happening during the meetings is actually happening, which it is, which is one thing that has affected is some of the punch list items for the phase one. Okay, we do have a punch list that's been put together, but because we're trying to keep social distancing and not mixing the contractors with the staff, that punch list has been put on hold for the most part. At this point, we're really trying to keep all the contractors out unless it's absolutely necessary, such as if there's a leak in the roof or something along those lines. PDS has been doing a good job working with Dan and Mike and trying to keep everybody apart. I think DPW you guys are on split shifts, if I'm not mistaken. So they're trying to keep their staff away from each other and the workers. So we're trying to be socially responsible and doing our best to get in there. So we're doing a good job with that. And Jeff mentioned in early March the schedule came out, which has a turnover date of I think March 5th. I'm sorry, June 5th. For that calendar, and we're kind of going through all the change orders and approving what's absolutely necessary, and we've pushed some things off onto DPW's plate in the past on a couple of items that weren't in the project, and really right now it's coming down to crunch time with our budgets. So what we're doing, it looks like we have Nancy, I know you sent that out with the meeting minutes and whatnot. We have about $23,000 left in our contingencies, based on overruns in the soft costs and what we have in the contingency. One of the items that is kind of hitting us hard as well is we have something on the change order log. I think it's number 21 that's been out there for quite some time, which we're hoping to get a credit on, and that's for the ship's ladder or a stairway that's up to a mezzanine in the existing garage. And we've been getting some pushback from the building department in regard to that letter. And I know John has been in contact with Kimberly in relation to whether we can get that out. And John, correct me if I'm wrong, but the latest response from Kimberly again today was not favorable, correct?
That's correct, but I'm still going to try to work with her on coming up with a solution that will allow the ladder to stay, the stair to stay, because it was, permitted originally with that stair. We haven't changed the use of the space above, but it is within her authority to correct anything that she feels needs to be corrected. So I'm going to continue to work with her, and hopefully we can come up with something that will allow us to keep that stair and to kind of realize that savings we were expecting.
Yeah, I know, but if it turns the other way, unfortunately, we're talking about push the schedule. So we want to keep, get this resolution, as soon as possible without pushing it out. And I know, you've responded very quickly in the past few days. Once we did get a response, in trying to do that. But more to the point, so that may be a hit that we're taking on that. But as you can see with what Nancy put up there, down with the 23,000 remaining in the budget, we have come up into some discovery and foundations, as Jeff mentioned, in regard to foundations not being, footings not being where they're supposed to be, and what have you, different conflicts or unexpected items, and really $23,000 doesn't get us very far. So I've got pulled together with Nancy, Jeff, I've talked to Jeff Alberti and John to see what there is, things that may be good ideas or things you might not be so good ideas, but how can we, is there anything we can take out of the project currently that maybe we can put back in? And, some ideas have been coming around, and what I'm proposing is that we take a look at this, get some numbers up, and then possibly in 2 weeks, have a special meeting to determine where we are and what possibly can be, there's some fencing, some painting, some, some, maybe a binder coat only to put down on the driveway. These are just things we're spitballing and working through that we want to say, is it possible to do this? See if we have enough money or any money at the end of the project where we can put something in, like additional fencing, things along those lines. So that's really basically the update that I have, that, the budgets are close, and, there was a lot with MDC that we had, a lot with, delayed as it related to delays, as well as, a few other things, the value engineering items that we had to put back in. So, we are we're taking a look at every one of these change orders to make sure they're valid, and, just trying to move ahead and see what we can take out. So, Nancy, I don't know what we have to do to, if we can propose a second meeting, if we want to open that up for discussion. Does anybody have any questions?
Hey, Rick, this is Dan.
Yep.
Is abandoning the old fuel tanks in place versus removing them an option to save money?
Everything's an option that I would look into. I can't say that that's yes or no. I don't know if, John, you might be better to answer that if we can keep those where it is.
I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they cannot just be left in place, but we can ask our industrial folks to confirm that.
And these are the types of things, Dan, that's a good point. These are the types of things we want to throw everything out there and let's see what we can, what we can save. And, we don't want to, we're not talking about saving $500 here and there necessarily. We want to do something that, might have some value to it, so that, we can, absorb anything that might come up. Because if we do have to, need some money, I just don't know. I don't know what we're going to do at that point.
No, I understand. I mean, the other option is fencing. I don't know what the dollar amount is. There's some fencing that has to go in around the impound, but I don't know. I don't even know the extent of what was proposed. So
Yeah,
you just got to look at that number and see what we can live with. I don't think
told me about that this afternoon as well. So I mean, that is something that's on the table. Basically, anything's on the table. Okay, it's a matter of what we need to do, not what we want to do.
What do the members of the committee think about having a meeting in 2 weeks and giving this group some time to kick around some ideas and come back to you with some items that we could be removed, and then buy back later if we need be? I will say that I'm pretty concerned about the fact that we only have $23,000 left, and as a committee, you have been pretty clear that you're not interested in going back to the town council for additional money, and quite frankly, I'm not sure they're in a position to give it right now.
I think that's a good idea. I would make a motion to that effect.
Second.
Okay.
Nancy, does that 23,000 include, or does it include the savings for the stair, or that's already taken into account?
It's already taken into account. So it's $23,000. It would be $31,000 if we can take the value engineering, but correct. All right, so there was a motion to have another meeting. Would people be available on the 23rd of April at 5 or 5:30?
It's fine with me.
Yes.
Fine with
All
me.
right. Okay, so Gail made the motion and Bob seconded it. Can I have everybody approve?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, it passes. So we'll do a special meeting on the 23rd. I'm going to suggest 5 o'clock. Is everybody available at 5 o'clock? Only
Yes.
because there might be a town council budget meeting at 6 o'clock. So I don't want to conflict with something that they are doing, or somebody might need the license to this webinar that I'm using right now. So we'll do that. So thank you. Okay. Is there anything else that, anybody else have any questions for Rick? Okay. The next item we have on the agenda then would be approval of a purchase. And the first, I'm going to share my screen again. Hold on. Okay. Okay. The first, this is a renewal or an extension of our builder's risk insurance. Our builder's risk insurance expired on April 1st because that's when we thought we were going to be done with the job. And to extend it through June 1st is an additional $1,781. So I'd like to have a motion to approve the
So moved.
extension. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So what is our, I don't know if I missed it, but what is our target, is our timeline end date right now?
June 5th.
That's feasible with all this COVID going on?
Jeff, you want to answer that?
Yeah, so Gail, it's Jeff. So, that's where we're headed to, and we're taking everything as it comes day by day. As with the carpenter that we had that was having a problem of working in a crowded group and didn't want to be there during the day, we offered the nighttime, the second shift, so we can continue working. So there's things going to be popping up. I can say is that, if we don't run into major issues, yeah, we're tracking to that date. But, every day is something new here. And I can't predict the future, but, if we run into a thing where guys get laid off or don't come to work, that's all got to kind of get evaluated as it happens.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next, we have approval of invoices. And the first invoice we have is for STV, and it's invoice number 9001699, I'm sorry, 90016649 for $6,234.50. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, carries. The next one we have is from William Scotsman. This is for trailer rental. The first one is invoice number, 7628198. This is for the rental from March 16th through April 15th, and it's for $2,727. This invoice has been reviewed, and it's actually been revised at Rick's request to take care of some of the things that they had incorrectly charged us. So it is recommended for approval, and it's for $2,727. So can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The next one is invoice number 7564032. 3, $3,647.88. This is for that relocation that we talked about last month. And while unfortunate, they did do the work. So I'd like a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next is invoice 7495382 for $10,058.32. This was for the period of when we first got it on January 16th through the month of February 15th. This is for $10,058.32. This also includes some of the delivery and setup charges, which is why it's significantly higher. So does anybody have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Next one is from our insurance carrier, Kerma, invoice 18515 for $1,781. This is for the extension of the builder's risk insurance that we just approved. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is that the one that we just approved?
Yes.
Okay, so moved.
Any discussion?
Yeah, it's got Town of Bloomfield and Bloomfield Board of Education on the heading.
That's correct. Because they insure both of us.
Okay, so is this bill for us or is it also for the Bloomfield Board of Education?
No, it's for us. They actually placed the coverage on our behalf. But,
Okay.
and just so you know, as an aside, remember we had that conversation last month about that fiber optic
Yes.
that they were billing us? I went round and around and around with Crown Castle. They weren't willing to split the payment out until I finally told them that if they didn't split it out, that they weren't going to get paid. And then all of a sudden, they told me their management made an exception.
You're doing it, Nancy. You're doing it.
So they're going to rebill us, but the irony of it all is I resolved that with them last week, and then yesterday I get a phone call from somebody at Crown Castle wondering where the outstanding payment was. And I said, did you talk to anybody? So anyways, he was gonna go back and fix it, but you'll hopefully see that bill next month, and they did finally agree to separate that out. Okay, so the next one we have, I'm going to go back to the other screen. Oops. Sorry. This is for Environmental Systems Corp. This is for the, it was for the security system, if I'm correct. Is that what it was, Rick? Do you remember? I know we issued a purchase order. Now I can't remember what this is for. I'm so sorry. Rick?
Sorry, Nancy. Yeah, no, this wasn't submitted to me, but I
The
believe
cameras and stuff.
the environmental, who does these surveys.
No, this is for ESC.
Nancy, is this for the cameras and stuff for the security system that they delivered to Chris Greenlaw?
Yes, yes, that's what it is. That we had to wait to see if they were delivered before we would approve it. So the first invoice is invoice 118,531.5. This one is for $11,000, and it is for the materials that they delivered. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then they've submitted a second request for payment for commissioning and installation. They have not finished, but they have done part of it. Chris Greenlaw told me that this work has been done, and it's invoice 118,5316 for $1,000. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have PDS's application for payment number 19 for $353,028.34. It's been reviewed by Weston Sampson as well as STV, and it is recommended for payment. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, it passes. Oops, somebody else joined us. I don't know who it is. Okay, and that is all I have. All we have on the agenda, future meetings. I guess we'll be continuing to meet like this until otherwise, although we did just set up a meeting for Thursday, April 23rd at 5:00 p.m. And then we'll have our regularly scheduled meetings on May 14th and June 11th. Is there any other business anyone has?
Nancy, can you just repeat the date of that special meeting?
Thursday, April 23rd, 5 p.m.
Thank you.
Any public comment? Can I have a motion to adjourn then?
So moved.
Second.
Dale? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you.
Nancy.
Thank you. Thank you, Nancy.
Good job, Nancy.
Good job, everybody.
Nice job setting up.
Stay
Yeah,
safe.
good job.